Hi there. I was asked to make some live videos and record my health story with Plexus and talk a little bit about what Plexus is. So I just wanted to jump on here and do that tonight. So first of all, to start off, so Plexus is a system of plant-based supplements, and they are primarily formulated to help reduce inflammation, balance blood sugar, and balance gut bacteria. That's it. That's what they do. It's really simple, and there aren't a lot of supplements. Plexus doesn't have tons and tons of products. They have about 15, and 95% of people take the triplex, which is the gut balancing system, when they say they're on Plexus. That includes the pink drink, which is called Slim, a probiotic antifungal blend called Probio 5, and then a magnesium oxygen supplement called BioCleanse that also has bioflavonoids in it and a couple other things. So anyway, that's kind of what Plexus is and what people are taking when they say they take Plexus. So I have been taking Plexus for about 10 months. I started in September last year when my daughter was about 7 months old. I was still nursing and I was exhausted all the time. I took Plexus because I was desperate. I was at the end of my rope, and I had seen people post about it before. My friends that I had respected and loved had some pretty amazing results, and I had been following them for a while, but I just wasn't desperate enough yet. And so anyway, I took the plunge at the end of September because I was so tired all the time. And I know people expect a new mom to be tired, but it was more than just new mom tired. My daughter was sleeping through the night, and I was getting 9 to 10 hours of sleep a lot of nights, and I still was exhausted all day long and dragging, just hoping for a nap, and not having enough energy to even make dinner at night or to clean the house or to do anything. And I would be so excited to have a little bit of personal time after the kids would go to bed at night at 8 o'clock, but I would be so exhausted I would just have to go to sleep too. And I just wasn't getting anything done. My house was a mess. I wasn't showing up as a mom, and I was starting to get really depressed because I felt like I guess this is just what it's like to get old. Anyway, I had gone to, I decided to go to a doctor and tell him because it was really interfering with my quality of life, how tired I was all the time. And they took some blood tests and showed that I had low iron levels and high levels of inflammation. But other than that, everything looked normal. So we did some high quality iron supplements, and that didn't make a difference. And even did some iron shots, and that didn't do anything. And ultimately, they concluded it was likely my Crohn's disease, an autoimmune disease that affects your stomach. That was what was making me tired all the time, but because I was nursing my baby girl, I couldn't really take any medications for it, so he basically sent me out the door with ibuprofen and said good luck. And I was just kind of resigned to dealing with being tired all the time until my daughter was through nursing and I could get more serious medically speaking. So anyway, around this time, my friend Wendy posted that she was taking these plant-based supplements and that she was feeling a little more energy. And because it was natural, I thought I could probably still take it while nursing. So I reached out to her, and her friend Jessica, who's a pediatrician, took the time to explain to me what Plexus does and how it works with the body chemistry. And because she was a doctor, I really respected her opinion. And she was also able to explain to me in ways that got through my cynicism and skepticism, because I was almost kind of a jerk about it, because I've never have believed that supplements would do anything. My mom took tons of supplements and was always trying to get me to do supplements, and I thought, well, they didn't do much good for my mom. And anytime I've ever taken probiotics or any supplements, I haven't noticed any different. But I was kind of desperate and at a point where I realized every time I went to the doctor, I was basically spending $150 for 5 minutes for somebody to say, we're not really sure, but here's a prescription, try it out, and it may or may not work. And that was getting really expensive. And then I realized a month supply of Plexus was cheaper than even one doctor visit for us, and our HSA paid for it. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer, and I knew there was a 60-day money-back guarantee. So anyway, I took the plunge, and immediately, the first day that I took the pink drink, I was feeling more energy. it was very noticeable because the entire night before I had stayed up all night. I was with a friend in the emergency room and didn't get home till 5 in the morning and got like a couple hours of sleep. And so I thought for sure that I would crash the next day, but I didn't. And I thought, well, that's just adrenaline, and then you'll get tired the next day. But I didn't, and I just kept not being tired and dragging. I didn't need a nap anymore. And after about a week, I noticed that one morning I woke up and I had slept all the way through the night. I was used to waking up like 3 or 4 times every night to pee, and I thought it was just because I had such a small bladder. But I slept all the way through the night and woke up before my daughter woke up to nurse, which was incredible. I woke up refreshed, which was something I hadn't felt in years and years. So after just the first 2 weeks, I was sold, and I thought, I'll sell lemonade on the side of the road, whatever I need to do to be able to afford these supplements, because I can't believe that gut health supplements is what's solving my problems. Anyway, so the reason I came to Plexus was to not be a tired mom anymore. But since then, so many other things have happened. So the next thing I noticed is that I used to take daily Claritin and Singulair and Flonase for my nose. I was always congested and having seasonal allergies. And I noticed that stopped bothering me, and I was able to breathe through both my nostrils again, which was the first time in years. So I stopped taking my Claritin and all of those allergy medications, and it didn't bother me at all anymore, at all. My seasonal allergies didn't bother me at all this year either. I didn't have to take any allergy medication. Then I noticed that my fasting blood sugars started coming down. They used to be in the 130 range, and then they started dropping to being below 100, which was incredible for me. I was on metformin at the time, but I was able to come off because I went to the doctor and my A1C had gone down. It was at 5.7, and he said, you don't need metformin anymore. So this was all incredible because I didn't really change the way that I was eating or my lifestyle. Although one other thing I did notice immediately was I no longer crave soda. I had gone from drinking 100 ounces of Diet Dr. Pepper a day to not craving it and just replacing it with water, which was really nothing short of a miracle if anybody knows how much I love soda. The same with sugar. I just didn't crave it anymore. In fact, I started craving vegetables, which was weird. I didn't even think that was a possibility. But anyway, but I never consciously tried to change my diet. All of these things were changing. About 3 months in, I noticed that I was down 15 pounds. My cycles started coming back at about 10 months after nursing my daughter. And the first thing I noticed was that my PMS was drastically reduced. I didn't have cramps, and my bleeding was lighter in only 3 days. And then my first cycle was only 28 days. You guys, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and anybody who has PCOS knows your cycles are all over the board. My cycles used to be 55 days, 23 days, 42 days. Anyway, my first cycle was like 29 days. And then after that, all my cycles were within 28 to 30 days, which is considered totally normal. I started testing for ovulation, and it showed that I was ovulating again, which again is a total miracle. So all these things kept happening, and anytime I would go to the doctor and get visits, my levels, like my iron levels, came up, and my A1C was down, and my blood work showed that I was ovulating. So anyway, it's been nothing short of a miracle in my life. It's been an absolute health miracle. And the reason I share is because I know that there are other people out there that just accept these kinds of symptoms of sickness as part of getting old, and it's just not the way it has to be. Our bodies don't have to be tired all the time. You don't have to suffer with autoimmune diseases. You don't have to just live with allergies and food sensitivities. Depression and anxiety are linked to gut bacteria, and just by introducing strains of gut bacteria that help your body to naturally produce serotonin, you can feel happier and lighter in life. Anyway, it's been an incredible journey for me. It's been incredible for me to watch friends and family go through it and see person after person after person's life changed. So anyway, I'm a believer. I'm a huge advocate for gut health now. If you ever have any questions about my experience or any specific issues, I'd love to talk to you about it. Please feel free to reach out. I promise I'm not going to be overbearing. I'm not the kind of person who chases after you and knocks down your door until you purchase something. That's not what this is about. This has never been about the sale. This has always been about giving people hope who have lost hope for health issues. And I would love to help you. Have a good night.